So my name is Ethel Bunch. I'm president and CEO of SustainSC. SustainSC is a 501c3, and our mission is to connect the sustainability goals of business in South Carolina with local natural resource solutions benefiting our environment, our economy, and people. Really, the beginning of SustainSC came out of an idea years ago in a partnership project that I did with the Low Country Land Trust. And this developed out of the Boeing mitigation project. So when Boeing came to South Carolina, they very quickly, which we like here in South Carolina, wanted to do an expansion. And with that expansion, they were going to impact some wetlands. And so they wanted to streamline their permitting process. And so they brought everybody to the table, whether it was the conservation group, state and federal agencies, as well as the community. And they were able to receive their permit in 6 months and 1 day, which is unheard of. But they also invested in a very high priority conservation mitigation project in the East Cooper River corridor. So for us, it was a win-win, right? Win for economic development, saving time and money with mitigation, win for conservation, a high priority conservation mitigation project. The Ports Authority came in right after that with their dredging project. Again, high investment in the East Cooper River corridor, which is a very, under industrial pressure with a $5 million revolving fund, high priority conservation outcome. They got their permit for the dredging project. Volvo right after that. So what we saw was an immediate model at the intersection of commerce and conservation. And so we worked on a regional level, bringing this cross-sector group to the table, some of which in the past had been viewed maybe as polarizing or at odds with one another, to really talk about urgency and growth in the Low Country and how we can work with industry, with state and federal agencies, with conservation groups, with economic development groups, with a common vision of both supporting our economy and protecting our natural resources. What we really saw out of that was a statewide model. So we really felt like that was a very successful regional model, but we wanted to see this impact and this intersection of commerce and conservation and bringing these stakeholder groups together at a statewide level. What we know is that in South Carolina, we have 21 million acres, and that's finite. We reached 5 million in population last year. Took us about 290 plus years to get there. We're going to more than double that in the next 60 to 70 years. And we are led by forestry and ag as our number 1 and 2 economic drivers, and then tourism being a close third. So our natural resource-based economy is really what supports our state. But BMW came in 1994, 97, and with that, we had a huge advanced manufacturing boom in South Carolina. So what we have found with the companies that are here in South Carolina is that they are very committed to what is called ESG, environment, social and governance compliance. And this is really being driven by their investors and their shareholders. So what we saw in 2020 was ESG investments more than tripled in 2020. So we really see these companies, because of the investors, because of the consumers, because of their employees, are being held accountable to their sustainability goals. And those fall in 4 key markets: water quality and quantity, carbon neutrality, renewable energy, and the circular economy. And what we think we bring an opportunity, which is a unique opportunity, because in the past, these commerce and conservation has seen working at odds together. But if we can be strategic, and if we can break down these boundaries, and we can get everyone in the same room, which is what we've been doing over the past 3 years, there is true opportunity for these companies to invest right here in South Carolina with a new income stream for conservation. So it will only move us forward in protecting those natural resources that we are all both using, but also can protect to make sure we have in perpetuity moving forward.